This is our unicorn. It's a one owner, and she had the paint job done on it. Took all that black trim off the bottom that I hate, because the plastic starts coming off and it looks like hell. We're just going to get a 1500 badging in there like the Cheyenne, and then put pinstriping on it. But that's all we're going to do. Needs to be washed. But she sprayed in a bed liner. She put new catalytic converters on it, new radiator, stuff like that. She had the front seats reupholstered. They're real nice. The back ones are nice and clean. Carpet looks good. It just needs to be vacuumed. But this thing, we haven't had to do anything. But being a Vortec, when it gets to a certain number of miles, it's going to be a head gasket or an intake manifold gasket. And it already had one put in it a few years ago. And I know that because the lady that owned it, I hadn't even seen men. This is every receipt of everything that's been spent on this truck. Every oil change from 96, every 3,000 miles, and she had a lot of that done at the dealership. All the recalls that were done, every tire, every alternator, anything she spent, she kept the receipt. So I know exactly what's been done to it. Now, I don't think my son would ever want to sell it, but if you got a one owner with all your receipts like this, you can get a hell of a lot more money for it. And we paid a little bit more money than we should have. I ain't going to tell you because a lot of you guys are going to laugh at me for the amount of money. But she knew she put new headlights in it, and she went back here and put new tail lights in it also. Put that in. This thing here, if you ever had these OBSs, they get bent where it doesn't pull a rod over here down to the end, and it won't want to open. So, and here's a way to get it down. But we've got these ordered. Well, we got them in stock. I mean stock. We got them from LMC. Stuff like this I buy from Long Motor Company, because all their stuff, I've used it on 80s, all that stuff, and I've never had a problem. And sometimes they buy inventory from Chevy dealerships, and I get a lot of stuff that's old new stock. It's still in the bag the way GM packaged it, and that, I like seeing that kind of shit. Oh, she put new mirrors on it too. I don't know if I mentioned the catalytic converters I may have. She put 2 new ones on there. Now, it don't have any codes. It runs good. Idles like a dream. Don't burn no oil. We just got lucky. I knew the lady and her husband died of COVID complications, and she wasn't driving it. And I'd always told her I wanted it, so she asked me if I wanted to buy it, and we came to a price. She needed the money. That's why I paid a little bit more money for it. My son had a 2015 Kia Forte that he sold, and that paid probably 75% for this truck. And the car was given to him, so it didn't cost him a dime. And I'm not a Kia fan. It had 117,000 miles, and with Kias and stuff, I just don't like anything over 100,000. And I don't like working on Asian vehicles. Some of them I do. We got that old beat up farm truck out there, that Nissan. Now I like working on that. I got a lot of respect for Nissans. Everything's set up where you can get to everything underneath it, except the engine bay. They got the last 2 cylinders up underneath the cowling. I don't like that. And the starter's underneath the intake manifold. Don't like that. But it's just beat up. Front end's kind of crunched up, but that was given to us, so we'll take it. I like having a truck. I ain't got to worry about scratching it up. I can haul stuff, and when I cut brush, I'll just pile it in the back, drive down to my little Jeep trail and do that. So if you're lucky enough, and they're out there, a lot of old people. This was an old woman that owned it, and you can find them. Now, they're real rare. This mirror here, we had a bird this summer sitting on here pecking at the glass, so we got to replace this mirror. I don't think it was a good one to begin with. That clear coat's coming off. So we'll buy one from LMC and replace it. Now, I'm going to make me a sock to go over the top of it next year with something with a bird. Put a sock and put something on there where the bird's claws can't get through there, because he messed up that clear coat there. That's got to be replaced. But yeah, this was a good one. It already had brand new tires on it. I mean, she did a bunch of stuff. I was really shocked when I went through them receipts. So it almost looks brand new. We got a couple little tiny things that we got to do to it, but nothing serious. Just you want to keep up on the little tiny things. Makes them worth a lot more money. Alright, I think this is the tail end of my unicorn video. Now I got to put all my tools and stuff up. I'll upload, like I said, it's going to be 3 separate videos. And y'all have a good one.